X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, may soon look different for some users. On Friday, Elon Musk said the company would eliminate the block feature except for direct messages, and that has long been seen as a safety feature that allows people to make sure that hateful content and harassment doesn't show up in their feed in response to their posts. Users will still be able to use the mute feature, which prevents you from seeing the undesired responses, but doesn't eliminate them from others' feeds. Meantime, Meta's Threads will soon be launching a web version of the app, which could help it compete with X. Joining us now is Ryan Heath. He's global tech correspondent for Axios and the co-author of Axios AI+. Good to see you. Welcome this morning.
Thank you.
First things first, we're talking about, this new thing with Threads and the block feature potentially going away. Musk himself is in Japan for the first time in some 9 years, which nobody's talking about, although I guess we're trying to figure out what the real purpose of that is.
Well, Japan has been a pretty Twitter/X-centric society for a while now, so I think Musk has some interest in knowing what the Japanese want out of the platform. And in terms of this blocking feature issue, we've got no reason to think this isn't what Musk would like to see on the platform, but we've got a real reason to be skeptical that it will ever happen, which is that Apple and Google both require some kind of blocking feature to exist for the app to be in their stores. Now, we know the guy has sent 25 billion, something like that, up in smoke since he bought Twitter/X. But it's going to be really hard for the new CEO to do her job if there aren't any eyeballs, and you need to be on those stores to get the eyeballs. So I think there's some real question marks about whether this is going to actually happen or not.
So you think this is, on the medium-sized to long list of Muskian, if you want to call it that, tweets that may not resemble full reality? I don't know how to put it.
It could be the feature version of the cage match, let's say. Like, we know that Elon Musk would love to do the cage match. Is it going to happen? That's not necessarily the same thing. So I think that he wants to signal this is a place for free speech. He doesn't want any soft treatment of people on the platform. On the other hand, there are real issues here. You know, when you've got the Auschwitz Museum saying it needs the blocking feature to make sure that its account isn't overrun with anti-Semitic responses anytime it puts out a tweet. You know, the Holocaust is settled history. And if these folks can't be on the platform free of harassment, then, it cascades from there. It becomes a very difficult situation.
So after Threads launches, obviously there's all this hype about the tremendous number of users that go there, and then it sort of drops off. And now we're reporting on this new web version this morning. Does that change the game? And if it does, to what degree?
It could do. So Meta has had a great run this year in terms of blocking their competitors. First through Threads, which we saw had that huge uptake as people connected their Instagram accounts to Threads and fled in the masses from Twitter. They also released their open source model Llama, the AI model, which made it really difficult for their competitors like OpenAI and Google to keep a huge march in that AI race. But at the same time, I don't know, have you been using Threads? I signed up for an account and I haven't really been on there recently. So it'll help if there's a web version. It gives people more ways to access the platform, gives a bit more flexibility. It's a recognition that Meta built this on the run, and now they're catching up and giving you the full service treatment that they probably always wanted to give you. But it doesn't mean that you're going to find Threads exciting. So that's another big open question.